Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to Freight Forwarding plus Factorio 2. Look at that, just researched sulfur processing, and as you probably have already guessed, oh my gosh, the pollution. In this episode, we will start to process oil, and we'll get that figured out on our home island of Crydania. And eventually we will establish a base on Icy Island. It's going to be a while, especially with how many biters are going to be on it. We will need a lot of weaponry. What we'll probably do is like capture the bottom of the island and then just slowly work our way down the island, destroying everything in our path. I am trying some new sound settings. I have my speakers on, and hopefully that doesn't interfere with the mic, but if it does sound weird, hopefully Twitch viewers will let me know and I can switch back to using headphones. I think it's actually an easier experience for me to just have the speakers on, and hopefully it won't mess with the mic too much, but we'll see. I may need to go back to the normal way of doing things. Regardless, we got the oil here. That's where we ended the last episode. And so now, oh yeah, we crafted a bunch of things. I want fuel. Fuel is something I want pretty badly because then our vehicles will go faster. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we actually need fuel to use the car. Wow, that's a long mining time for the car. So yeah, fuel is important for that. I think I'm going to set up fuel production down here so it's got some room to grow in all directions. Trying to be a little bit more conservative with how I build things in terms of spacing in this playthrough. And so let's see, what do we need? We need, I don't think we can do light oil yet. Light oil's only made with water and crude or coal or coke liquefaction or heavy oil cracking. Okay, so same as vanilla, and we don't get that till we already have blue circuits. So solid fuel and hydrogen is step one. And the only way we can make solid fuel right now is petroleum gas, and that is the same as vanilla. We just make petroleum gas directly. So cool. So that's all pretty familiar. And we are going to need hydrogen. Now, hydrogen comes from these electrolysis plants, electrolyzing sandy water. And that gets us chlorine and hydrogen. And we're going to need gas vent, which I actually think we have to research separately. Yeah, we need flare stack. I'm going to do that before explosives even. And again, if the mic sounds weird with the music and game in the background, please let me know. I'm hoping it's not too much of an issue, but we'll see. Okay, so what we need is stone, water, and I think that's it. Stone, water, and oil over here. Stone and water. So I need to pump water from somewhere. I don't think we have water wells of any sort. Do we get water wells? Mineral water extraction. Atmospheric condenser. That extracts gases from the atmosphere. Yes, you can craft water from nothing. Okay, but we don't get that for a while. So for now, we'll have to pump water from maybe the west is closer than the north, I think. I'm also going to change this. Oh, I meant to look at a Nullius screenshot to see what to do with my hotbar. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to pull up YouTube mute site, Krydax Nullius. All right, number 84 should do it. I need to see what the heck I did. I don't remember. Oh, come on. Nolius might have been too far back. Okay, it looks like I have the one-to-ones here. Okay, I was close. The L goes here. And then the T goes here. And the I goes behind it. Okay. Yeah, because I think I use the L's more, actually, than the I's. You use the L's a lot when you're connecting things. So the I's and the T's are just not on the bar. And then I'll put boat stuff on 5 for now. And yeah, I'll just put some more common, like we already have assemblers. I'll put chem plants down here. Honestly, what else do I need? Maybe crushers and refineries. I don't place buildings often enough, I feel like, to need these. So I'm just, maybe crushers. Crushers are used semi-often. And these doodads. What are these called? The containerization machines? Containerizers? Lazy Krydax indeed. I think playing Factorio is just an exercise in laziness. It's just practicing how to be lazy, right? Wire needs to be on here somewhere. Maybe I should throw the card in there as well. Okay, that's good enough for now. So we'll have a rail and a boat. So we'll do like rail stuff on 6 and boat stuff on 5, I think. Put the offshore tank and the underwater pipe on here as well. And we'll need the buoys on this one. Okay, anyway, we need a water pump and some pipes, so we've got that going. Water pump, where are you at? I always feel like it should be next to this one, but it's not. It's in the production tab. That always, always, always throws me off. Every time. No matter what. Without fail. Okay, and then you need power, so let's handcraft a wind turbine. Yes, I think that's why you love it so much. That's why we all love it so much, Dave. It's just laziness simulator 2023. Okay, and then we pump to the eye. The eye doodads. And then I think what I'll do is use the map view to get some of these placed. Okay. And I do have the fluid visualizer on hover turned on, which should allow me to, yeah, there it is. Shift 6 gets me the L. I remember that now. And now I can have the water next to the oil. Yeah, but the pipe visualizer, it also highlights the buildings, which is new. It didn't used to do that, so that's pretty cool. I don't think we need to go up here. We'll build stuff down here. So like when I have pipes connected to this, for example, and then I highlight a pipe, it highlights everything connected to it along with the buildings, which is different than before. Before it would highlight, I don't even know, I think it made the whole screen dark every time you moused over a fluid, and that was kind of annoying. But now it's less obtrusive, and I think I'm just going to leave it on because I think it'll be helpful. That's this button. Toggle mouse over pipe visualizer. Okay, so we'll turn these corners. Fluid buses are so much easier with advanced fluid handling. It's crazy. It's crazy how much nicer they look. Okay, and I'm just going to start with the simple 4 refineries. Advanced fluid handling does let you place them next to each other because you're not at risk of these two becoming a problem, because you don't need to do this anymore. You can just do this, and this, and this, and it's so easy. And they all connect with each other, and it's beautiful. And I just love advanced fluid handling, I gotta say. And I am just gonna set them up this way because we'll move to advanced fluid handling, or advanced oil processing soon enough anyway. So we'll just preemptively get that set up properly. Dave is providing updates on his Against the Storm run. 1.0 just came out today, which is pretty exciting. I may or may not be creating some YouTube episodes of Against the Storm 1.0. Still haven't quite decided. All right, there's oil. Woohoo! Petroleum gas at just under 15 hours. Nice. Hey, Lojo. Yeah, you got really into ATS. Ah, it's so good. For all of you that don't know, Against the Storm is a... Calling it a city builder, I don't think sells it quite right. It's kind of a... I don't even know how you describe it. It's really hard to describe. Watching some gameplay is probably the best. But essentially, it's a roguelite in that there is meta progression, but you do short runs, and each run is like usually about an hour-ish, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, it's kind of like a resource management board game, almost. There's a little bit of almost worker placement vibes going. Maybe I don't need this for now. When we do more complicated oil stuff, I'll leave it on. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of a city builder, but it's, you know, you collect resources, you got to keep your people alive by feeding them, but the people are working in different buildings, so it's very granular. It's not like you get thousands of population, like we're talking, you start with like 5 people or 10 people or something, and you know, if you get to 50 people, that's a lot. But it's a really sweet game. I would highly recommend it for you guys to try it out. Roguelite settlement builder, yeah, something like that. And you do get different cards as you go, and so the missions are different that you're trying to solve, which is fun. And then you've got meta progression the whole time, and then every few levels, then there's like a big reset of the cycle, and you kind of like spend your resources, the meta resources that you unlock. Yeah, replay value's definitely through the roof. And I haven't even played for a year, and so there's lots of new stuff that I don't even know about. And they've been really good at updating too. Okay, so these are actually close, 36 to 40 in terms of amounts. So I'm gonna leave that for now. Solid fuel's done. And now we need electrolysis plants. Oh, the stone. The stone is a problem. I do need a belt of stone to come. Oh, look at that. There's just a belt of stone waiting for me. Look at that. So we'll throw in some electrolysis plants here. Oh no, we need crushers. How fast is a crusher? I need to... It's kind of annoying with or not FNEI, what is this? Max rate calc? You can't see a smelter speed until it starts running. Okay, it's very fast. 7.5 per second. And then these process just about right. 20 hydrogen, and then we'll get 5 hydrogen to make 1 fuel a second, which I feel like is already plenty. So yeah, I think we're good to go here. I could easily start using solid fuel for power as well. It's a little better than Coke for vehicles, but not by much. It's 75-75 when Coke is 60 and 70. Acceleration's quite a bit better. Top speed's about the same. But yeah, this should all be fine. Sometimes this problem happens where, because you're using the two-way pipes, then it kind of extends off where you don't want it to be. So sometimes I will cap it with a single direction pipe so that it doesn't go further than I want, the underground connection. And then I can not have to worry about it up here. Okay, so we'll get water connected up. I think I'll have it go here. Any Monster Hunters hyped? I honestly don't know anything about Monster Hunter. I know it's like some sort of multiplayer game. That's not saying much. That is not saying much. Alright, I don't know how many I need. I'm just gonna make 4. 2 each of these. And then we're gonna need to get rid of the chlorine. For now, I'll put it in a big storage tank. And I think that pretty much does it. Everything's really spaced out right now, and that's on purpose. I want to have space for later. I might as well make 2 of these, because I've got the resources. Okay, so now we've got fuel. Beautiful. What does it stack to? 25? Nice, nice. And then I will eventually put it in like a logistics chest, so we'll get that started here. But we're really gonna want it to get up to our train. And you know what? Dropping frames. Come on, Twitch, why you like this? I wonder if it's my internet. I don't know how to fix it though. That's the worst. Internet problems make me want to cry. Okay, it's back. Anyway, I'm guessing, do we save power if we make fuel rather than solid fuel? Like if I was powering my base that way? It's possible that we do. Okay, so to make 20 megawatts, and the oil powers itself. So to make 20 megawatts of power, we need 1.5 megawatts processing 44 crude oil. Instead, if we make fuel, same way. I will also count the mining cost of stone. Where's that? It's probably in the show hidden. Yeah, there it is. And fuel is 15, so we need 20 15ths to be the same amount. Okay. So it's 2 megajoules to make that amount of fuel. But it's less oil. So it's more oil efficient, but less power efficient. Is that what I'm interpreting correctly, I think? With most of the power being in the refinery stage. And a decent chunk turning it into fuel. I think I'm doing this right. Yeah. Yeah, so if I'm looking to gain power, then I would just make a lot of solid fuel. Also, solid fuel stacks more densely. It's 20 megajoules per fuel, whereas it's only 15 megajoules per fuel. Solid fuel versus liquid fuel. Yeah, Dave, it does only make 15, and that's why I changed the output amount to be more, so that it's this would make 20 megawatts of power in boilers, and so would this. And it uses more power to make 20 megajoules worth. Therefore is less power positive, but we use less crude oil. So if we were running out of crude oil, then that would be... Oh, same color, but not me. That's funny. My bad, Killer. Hey, Killer, how's it going? I totally just saw the color, yeah, of the Twitch thing. Okay, and the other thing we're going to want to do is get this fuel all the way down to here. Which, maybe we'll use transport drones for that. I don't really know how transport drones work yet, but maybe that's how we'll do it. There's a lot of things I haven't figured out yet, but one thing I do know is I can finally use cars, baby. Woohoo! Yes, we can drive around the island so much faster. Hey, and we can run into things and kill them. That's fun. That's fun. Alright, let me fill some of the car with fuel, just so that we have it. And then I'll also throw some rails in there, just for kicks. And some big power poles. What else could I need? Pipes and underwater pipes. Some... We'll just kind of give it some of all the basics here. Just in case we need stuff. Yeah, that seems good. And then I'll go refill on the basics. Time to run into everything. Exactly. Until we have a Spidertron, at least. Okay, there's the flare stack. Perfect. So we'll place that down so we can get rid of chlorine. And then we also need an overflow valve. So overflow valves are awesome. They only allow fluids to flow through it if we have basically over 80% on the input side, and that's really nice for just basically getting rid of excess. So what I'm going to do here is flare stack on the other side of an overflow valve. And the best part, the really great part, if I can find where it is, about the advanced fluid handling overflow valves is that you can change with plus and minus the amount that it overflows at in 10% increments. So because of that, you can really do finely tuned priority systems on your fluids. Super handy in Pionodons or Angels. Not quite as necessary in Castorio, even less necessary in Vanilla, but still helpful in Vanilla, to be honest. So if you're looking to reduce pipe spaghetti and have more control, and essentially this allows you to use priorities without needing pumps. You can just use overflow valves in lieu of pumps, and that's really nice. Anyway, I digress. Let's go grab all the things we just gave up. I've got lamps. I love lamp. What did we get rid of? We're good on power poles. Some nanobots. Some pipes. Some inserters. I think I'm good on inserters. Splitters. Undergroundies. Belts. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot more that I threw in there that I haven't filled back up. Miners. I think one stack is fine. Big power poles and rails, that's what it was. Which is all over here. Okay. Keep a couple rails on hand. Storage tanks, we've already got a stack. Big poles. Should do it. And AFH stuff. These are the ones that sometimes I need more than 50, as well as the 1 to 2s. I generally don't need larger amounts of the other ones, unless something's really gone wrong. Or I'm making a massive build, I guess. Yeah, needing to learn all these mods when doing a C-block run. C-block is intense. I did do some concreting. I think that was after the last episode was done. So that's nice. And for fun, how's our chunk of trees doing? It's still eating a lot of pollution. It's nowhere near enough. I'm guessing if we keep adding more, which I will do, we're gonna find out some pretty cool shapes. Like the pollution cloud will start to become this weird, like... Because the pollution can obviously spread around the trees and keep going in that direction, but if we have enough trees, it will kind of slow things down in that direction. So let's find out if we can get some more trees going here. Surely there's gotta be a way to place these trees automatically without just dragging. Right? You'd think so. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a big chunk of trees over here. And we'll go outside the chunk borders, that's fine. Theoretically, it would be far better to distribute these along all the chunks. I can drive the trees along the island. I could use the car to do this faster. That's smart. And what would be the most effective would actually be a bunch of trees on the border of the island, because then, you know, they would have to eat less pollution. What's up, Hansa? Welcome, welcome. You're making the densest forest of all time. How many trees do we still have? Goodness. I think there are automated planters in some mods. Or there is a mod for some sort of automated tree planting device. It only places in a certain radius around itself, but... Okay, so that will eat even more pollution now. What are we dealing with? Hard to see. Negative 51, negative 18, negative 22, negative 4.8. The stone is gone. What? I don't know. What do you mean? Oh, in the tree. Yeah, yeah. There's one back there somewhere. Speaking of, though, I should make sure we still have enough resources. Our iron ore is the only thing that's really depleted appreciably. We still have over 2 million of everything else. So that's good. But yeah, I'm hoping that we see the pollution cloud starts to lessen on the left due to all of these trees. If we look at the pollution absorbed by damaging trees, it's a lot higher. Okay, I'm really accomplishing nothing, but we're having fun. Let's go ahead and research cliff explosives. Long-range delivery drones. Water fill. I think we want water fill. And then eventually work towards chemical tech cards. Trying to think, like, what are my overarching goals right now? That'll go fast because those are only 10-second lab speed. I think military is kind of my goal, actually, because we need to be able to defeat the biters. And so, like, we could, I think, get all the way... No, this requires titanium. So we can't make a missile hovercraft, because that sounds pretty dope. A regular hovercraft sounds pretty nice, though, and I do think we can get that going. And then military science can get us flamethrowers, which would be good. We can even get laser turrets, I think, which will probably help us capture the island. And maybe like 1,000,000 defender bots could help us capture the island, as well as what kind of armor can we get with just blue tech? Can we get power armor? Or not? We can at least get energy shield equipment. Power armor, not so much. There is a battleship, the Ironclad, that we will also be able to get, which would be pretty sweet. It's got a mortar and a cannon. So that's pretty fun. I will make mortar cluster bombs because that just sounds dope. I don't... Power armor Mark 1. Oh, no, you're right. I was looking at Mark 2. This requires titanium, maybe? Or maybe not. It's a prerequisite tech, but I don't think we actually need power armor. And we can definitely do modular armor. Yeah, I think actually we can do power armor Mark 1 without titanium. Yeah, because these don't require titanium either. So basically we're just doing normal Factorio things for a bit here. So working towards blue science, doing lots of basic researches. Let's queue up steel axe so I can mine things faster. I really want the delivery drones. It's going to take 5 ever to research, though. So I should probably unlock blue tech before that, so I can work towards blue tech. Yeah, I guess unless blue circuits need titanium, which of course they're not called blue circuits. Processing units. They do require rare metals. Crap. Okay. Also need them for artillery wagons. All of the advanced buildings. Oh no! Wait, that's the K2 tank. We're okay. I think most of the other things we wanted to make are fine. Just nothing with blue circuits until we get rare metals. Okay, the other thing I can do is grab some fuel and put it in the tanker. Oh, look at how fast we're going until we run into rocks. Just gonna let my nanobots continue to help out here. Can the vehicle go through shallow water? Okay, it can, but it gets slowed down a lot. Okay, so it looks like we're already filled up on oil. Let's take out all the backup fuel here. Fill you up with regular. And I am curious, I just want to see how fast it goes now that we have real fuel in it. It won't show us for a second until it's burned off the rest of the current fuel. And then it'll show us what real fuel looks like. Wow, still not very fast. It's crawling a bit faster, I guess. It's crawling a little bit faster. Still pretty slow. So we really need, like, more acceleration power to get up to that max speed of, what was it, 32 kilometers an hour or something? It also uses a decent amount of fuel. It's already used 6 fuel just to get to here. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, while I'm here, should I add another tank? There we go. I haven't even connected the other 2 oil rigs, for what it's worth. And there's... what did we decide? There's only really one better fuel, which is the advanced fuel. It's kind of sad, honestly, that nuclear fuel isn't really a vehicle fuel anymore. I wish there was one that was better than this. But I don't think there is. There's no super fuel, there's just advanced fuel. Technically, the plutonium is better acceleration, but I think probably the top speed's worth more? I don't know. Guess it depends. Besides, it's gonna be a long time before we get plutonium fuel automated. So, that ain't happening anytime soon. Oh yeah, and we can put real fuel in the boat. I want to see how fast the boat goes with real fuel. Okay, this is with Coke powering it. And now we unlock the true power of a boat. Okay, yeah, that's quite a bit better. Still not super fast, but better. And let's see the acceleration. Yeah, the acceleration's a lot better too. Zoom, zoom. Okay. Well, we'll just stop there for now. I don't really need to do anything in the water for a while. The only thing is fuel down here. Oh, you know what I could do? Is just... oh, I don't have stone down here. You know what? I think, given how little oil I need, I'm just gonna automate the whole process. So I'm gonna do some refining and solid fuel making. What did I make the solid fuel in? Regular chem plant, okay. So I'll just make solid fuel and put it into this chest. It'll run a little slower, but I think it's still plenty fast enough for a very long time. So we'll just do a basic process here. Ta-da! Okay. Rather than researching delivery drones just for that, I will do delivery drones eventually, but not yet. Okay, so fueling the tanker has been taken care of. Y'all, I think it's time. I think it's time we increase our labs. We've got 100. I say we go to 150. Should I automate labs? Maybe. I just need copper and iron, so let's do that real quick. Even if it's just a temporary setup. Where's a good spot? That copper and iron are next to each other. Maybe right here. Iron beams. Copper cable. Lab. Grab the iron beams, you grab that. Put them in a chest here. Power everything. Grab copper plates. I think that's good. And they stack to 10? 10. So we'll go for 100. Okay, labs are automated. And then let's see. I'm considering doubling my science production. Oh, that's probably too much. When do we get beacons? Beacons we don't get till purple, so that's a long time away. When do I get modules? Modules we get with electronic components. Glass, silicon, and plastic. Okay. So it's a lot of stone and oil to make electronic components. And so maybe we just wait until modules. Speed 1 modules are 20%, right? So we can boost our science production by 40% without changing anything. It's not bad. We won't get these for a while. Yeah, we're a long time away from anything with uranium. No, I need more. We need more production. Maybe I'll go for a 50% boost rather than a 100. So I need 8 more labs. We're just gonna throw that down. Where'd my upgrade planner go? Oh wow, that's the connection for all the labs. Okay, and then our inputs of wire need to increase. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mr. Smiley. We're just gonna get rid of this. Nothing too important there. And then we're gonna move our copper production over. To here. $4.286, more than enough. I need more output though. Let's do that. And then is 2 out enough? 4.6? Yeah. Okay, and that'll be on the right side, which will then go on the left side. So these need to be close inserters. Come here and merge. That should do it. And that is 6 a second, and these need 4.5. Yellow belts are still fine for all of this. Yellow inserters should be fine because that's for each individual building. Okay, so basic tech cards, done. We're up to 4.5 a second. On to red science. Red science to 4.5 a second. Copy that. Upgrade these pieces so my bots know what to do. And then the inputs need to be 50% more. So we need 4.5 blank cards, which we're not quite there with 2 buildings. I need more copper wire for this build. I think this build's fine. Yeah, this one's fine. For this one, yes, I need more of all the things. So I'm probably just gonna rebuild this. Now that... So that's only 0.75 auto cores, and we need 0.9. Now I need to kind of improve all of this nonsense. Yeah, I think, and if I had built my original to 3 a second, then this would be properly going at 4.5 a second. So basically I'm redoing my original when I had the gray assemblers to be 3 a second instead of 2 a second. Okay, so what was it again? I need 0.9 and 4.5. So AI cores, that's 0.9. It's a lot more than 0.9. In fact, I might go back to Hellmod for this because I want to know how many blue dudes I need for each thing. And otherwise, if I use max rate calculator, I have to do a lot of math, right? Because I don't need all of this. I only need 0.9 out of the 1.5, which is 60%. And I would have to multiply these by 60% in my head, which isn't too hard. I think that's 1.8. But, yeah, it's easier to just have it So now we can see we need 2 gears and a single stick. Plus the copper plates. So I want to say this will work perfectly. Moved over by 1 to have the iron available. This is where Bob's adjustable inserters is really a lifesaver. So all the rates should be good with blue inserters there. And then we can even do the copper. Let's see, we'll do that and that. So there's the copper for the AI cores. Or sorry, auto cores, not AI cores. Okay. And then for the blank cards, we need 3. And just a single one for wire still. Now we can do this. You go left, you go right. You go left. You go right. Go pop off. That there. I agree, John. Bob's adjustable inserters is great. And again, it's like, yeah, it makes it easier in some ways, but I had to work harder to get all the angles right. So it's like, it doesn't just, I don't know. Some people feel like it's cheating. I think cheating is a very poor term because it implies a lot of negative connotations that aren't really true. It does change the challenge, yes. Does it make the challenge easier? Yes and no, right? Like there's a bit of both when it comes to Bob's adjustables. Because it does make more things possible. But because it makes more things possible, that increases complexity. And so, just like with other mods, when you increase complexity, you also add new challenges. So it's not just easier. But if you're trying to figure out how can I make all these things get to this building, it is easier to do that with Bob's mods. There are more things possible, and you can do, for example, you can do this. You can have this building input into this building by just doing that, right? And that's not possible with vanilla. So, like, it is easier in some ways. The only thing that feels cheaty in any way to me is that you can build the same thing denser, which can allow beacons to affect more buildings. Something like that. Because even the fact that you can build slightly denser, I don't know, that doesn't feel that... It's like, okay, it's 1 tile skinnier. Like, does that really change much? Unless you're mega basing, things being 1 tile skinnier doesn't really matter that much. So I feel like that only really comes into play if you're like building a mega base or something. Or you're playing with like Factorissimo, where you really want to fit things in tightly. You can do way more in Factorissimo if you have Bob's adjustable inserters, for sure. Okay, well, all that being said, I've now defended my mod. You can at me all you want. I probably won't change my opinion. Are we good? Is something not working right? Is this too slow? Feels like they should all be running, but they're not. Is that just because it's taking a second to catch up? Also, thank you for the follow, Boetaza, or Botaza, I don't know how you pronounce that. Okay, yeah, we are now running all of them. Beautiful. And this is kind of bothering me. Do that. Okay, so red is upgraded. That's probably a good... Oh, and we disconnected power to the other base, the other half of the base. It's probably a good place to call it an episode. We're at 55 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun. And we are definitely having fun. Let's look at our pollution cloud. Definitely doesn't seem affected too much by the trees yet. I think we're gonna need more trees. I think we need more trees. I'm literally gonna just make a square of trees until it's like pollution free in the middle. I think that's my goal. Hey, from South Africa, love your streams on YouTube now, here for the live stream. Awesome, well welcome, Bodaza. It's great to have you. Welcome from South Africa. I think you're the first person I've ever... I mean, I'm sure there have been other viewers from South Africa, but you're the first one that's ever said so. So, welcome. Okay, so red's good, blanks are good. Or, not blanks. Basics are good. So, green is next. Which, like I said, we'll do in the next episode. You're from Brazil, Lord Vader. Awesome, awesome. Welcome. Okay, so this shouldn't be too bad. We might need more green circuits, but that'll be easy to do, so we'll do that in the next episode. For all of you on Twitch, stick around. I'm not leaving. I'm just going to end the YouTube episode here. So for you YouTubers, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.